Stories, I'm a fool for your love.
Hey guys, you join me here, Snowman86, and we are back on Catland Crops. Now, since we last picked up here, we've had two major updates and one minor one. And the recent one was released there a couple of days ago. It's added a nice few features to it, so the game is ever improving, which is great to see. I believe the tires have got a major overhaul, so they're now tire deformation. There's also now vehicle damage. So we can't just drive around aimlessly anymore. We have to pay a bit of attention. From what I've seen and read, the costs can build up rather quickly, so you do need to be careful. Where we are in our current efforts is we finished our harvest and we're just baling the straw now. So we did have this baler on demo. So with the baler on demo, it has enabled us just to get the bulk of our straw baled, and we should be able to sell it for a tidy profit. Fingers crossed. Now, the one good thing I like about this game is built in, you can jam a baler feed. So if we increase our speed here, which we will do, we'll throw back on the hood just so it throws up the message. So we're just going to push it. Not pushing it enough, I'd say, so we're going to try and go a bit more, up to 12 miles an hour. We should be getting close to jamming. Is the straw just not that dense here? So it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do it. I know it can happen. Mug's Law is the time when I go to do it, it won't happen. But we'll try again on this run. We're just going to crack the speed way up. We're getting close to it now. There it is. So if we keep going, eventually our pickup, I thought I had it clogged, I didn't. So we go again. So you see the top bar there is building away up, and should clog soon enough. So this is what we're faced when we do clog. So we're just going to reverse a bit because we've missed a nice chunk of straw far back there. So we have clogged. I do believe, I could be doing this all wrong now, that you get out and it won't let you unclog it until you disable the baler. So has that feature built in, which is good thinking. So we'll just disable our baler, we'll hop back out. And we've managed to free up the feed house. So we'll hop back in. We can fire up our baler again. Lower the pickup, take off our handbrake, and we can slowly start going again. So we're going to try and drop our speed here. We don't need to be going crazy fast. Oh, I'm going to miss that run. So if you keep it at a nice steady pace, we're going to go just back down under 11 miles an hour, somewhere around the 10 mark, and we're just going to bail away at this. So we go on the external view here, and the idea is you'll be able to see the new tires. They have remodeled the dirt on them. Don't know, we'll be able to see deformation as well here in the ground. Once we get onto a hard surface or road, we should be good to go again on that. We do need to wash our tractor. I do believe also a thing that was fixed, the issue where if you were midway through harvest you paused and logged out to come back in. When you come back in, the harvester wouldn't deposit straw anymore. So I believe that has been fixed. So slowly but surely getting there. So we have a nice chunk of the field left to do, so we're just going to proceed back into cab. We're just going to tear on and get it done. And obviously there's been a few back-end clear-ups again, so performance issues should always be slightly improving every time there's an update. I've noticed for me it is after improving immensely since the very early beta, but you would expect that. So it's great to see that work being continued, and I do believe they are pushing for a console version of the game as well, so that's probably helping the issues. So I think if you're still on the fence about this game, for me, I definitely recommend definitely get it. Don't think you'll be disappointed. Features, I suppose, implements, they've added a couple more bits and pieces again, nothing major. Still have more or less the same stock equipment, but they have added a few small bits for gameplay issues. I think one thing is a blade for silage pushing, so that's nice to see. Obviously I think there are still some issues with that, but for the most part it is in-game and working, so have to be happy with it. And as I say, the damage model is now in here again, so actually if we just stop here a second, throw on our handbrake, we don't want to waste too much time, but if we go to our vehicle shop now and go to our own personal fleet, we click on the tractor we're currently using, and you can see now in the statistics data we now have a couple, we have just more, we didn't have this before I believe actually. So we do have mileage, so we've done 8.1k in this tractor. Operating hours, I think that might be only set since the update. Maybe even the mileage as well seems a bit low. Condition, and then the care, so there's two different values there. I believe the care is the I'd have to check that, double check on that and see where we're going with it, but we do have two values there. And as always everything else is the same, so even our loaders now, every bit of equipment now has it, so it's nice to see it, that you just gotta look after things. We don't actually own that combine, as you can see, rented until, so it'll be going back today, and the baler's rented as well, so that'll be going back as well later on. Just double check on our Mercedes. So that's where we stand. Oh, so nice features. As I said, it's always good to see a game just being improved upon and not left go stagnant. I do believe the couple of menus have been touched up as well in previous updates, so they've tidied up a couple of menus just to make them a bit more usable and user friendly. Don't get me wrong, still got a way to go, but it's definitely a work in progress and it's going in the right direction, so it's got my support and my backing for now. Actually, another nice feature as well is now the animals will move out of your way, so you'll see deer grazing there in the distance. So as we approach, he should just kind of take off. Knowing my luck, he'll turn and come straight at us. There he goes. So hopefully no car comes in the meantime, he doesn't get collected. So we're nearly finished this field, upon which we will... Oh, I have to double check, do we have a trailer even? We might have to end up leasing more gear just to get this done, we'll see. You do have a couple of options when it comes to this as well. I think they've expanded the amount of trailers, and also I do believe each trailer has a auto load kind of function on it. Even your loader, if you wanted to load, has an auto loader function. If enabled, you can disable it and do everything manually. And I did find the bale handling in this game, I think for some odd reason, it just seems, for me, it seems to work a bit better than Farm Sim. Still wouldn't be the 100% confident of getting a perfect stack of bales there. If you had the time to spend at it, you'd get them. But so we'll see how we end up doing it. We might even do both. So I think we're on to our last run. Oh, we've a small little run there to do. Once we've done this, we'll get back, we'll give our tractor a quick wash just to clean it because it's filthy. And hopefully then we'll be able to demonstrate a bit of the tire deformation. And it will be interesting to see as we develop throughout the year how the wear on the tractor is affected from just having working hours clocking up on it. So we haven't done bad here. Let me just quickly run outside. And you can see the dust particles. Pushing the bale out is a bit clunky, but I think we have a small bit to get, and we will unload the bale in the chamber, and we are good to go. So that is us. So we're going to unload the last bale in the chamber, eject remaining bales. And I'm going to fold up the back ramp. Nicely done. And we are away heading for the farm. think I saw something there at the last second. Yep, so we're just going to do this instead. A little bit cheaty. So now before we go too much further, we'll jump out onto what should be hard ground. Not sure how well it will be affected here. So I don't know how well you can see that, guys, but as the tire is uncompressed, so we're disconnected now at the moment, and we'll connect up and you'll see the weight of the tire just kind of squat down. I was going to say, I do believe differential locks got added as well, so we used to always have the 4-wheel drive option, but you now have front diffs, center lock diff, and a rear diff. So depending on how muddy it gets in the field, you do have these extra options now again as well. And I do believe cab suspension and even the tractor suspension got a work over as well, so it all rides a bit smoother on these roads, and when you get to the bumpier stuff, the suspension, you see it doing a lot more of the work. So So you can see actually now they've the dirtiest meter as well up here. I don't think that was ever there before, so we're just going to go clean. And we were fairly maxed out on our dirt level. So once we get it clean again, we will jump out and we should be able to see the tires in a little bit more detail. We will of course as well park up our baler. I think we'll leave the baler kind of here front and center just for collection. So I think I'm starting to develop a ball patch. So our tires are now here and you can see a lot more detail on them. They even have a better kind of an overall shape, and even just under the weight of the tractor you get that feeling it's under a bit of weight there, the way the tire is sitting. So nice features definitely, and as we go through it hopefully we can test it out a few more other different loads. So what are we doing now? We need a trailer. So we go for menus. Don't think we have one. Let's just double check our fleet. I don't even think we have a bale fork. Nope. Not looking promising. And we don't have that whole pile of money. So we might do it the cheaty way today. So again, we have 3 models added here. Actually, and if I go right back up to the top, I've passed without even saying it. You'll see we have 2 pushing blades, so you just a small pushing blade in the front, and then for a bigger tractor you have the larger blade with 2 models. One is 5 meters and one is 6 meters. So good to see it. There's also a roller. Don't remember that being there, so that's new as well, I think. And that's just for helping with the compacting on the silo, obviously. Scroll way down. I think these are all the same. We now have smaller headers, so we have 5.6, the 9.3 which we always had, and then now a bigger 12.3 meter one as well. And I don't think too much else has changed. Could afford a bale for, to be fair. I think everything else is kind of the same. So another bit of gear we need to release shortly is the staple and the booms to go with it. We do have a bit of tanking from the BGA to do now that we have a few empty fields, so definitely want to get working on that because we can turn back on the BGA and get going again. Is that what I think it is? Or am I mistaken? Might be mistaken. Looks like it'll do maize. It's got a 4-meter pipe length. We'll have to try it out at some stage. Anyway, before I get too distracted, guys, we're going to lease a trailer. Don't think we can afford one. Oh, we could. We don't be doing that many bales though, so I think for now is 24 enough? Probably not. It's good. We get the small one. We get it for a couple of hours just to see us through. So 3 hours should be loads. So we now have different spawn points here as well. These are new. And they all come with different kind of prices. So if you want it on the farm, it'll cost you an extra 501, so it's not worth that. So we'll drive down and get it because we have the time. Has the map changed? So this is a contractor area, which means do we have sell points there? Trader. So as you can see, this menu has been reworked. I think I showed it before, but just in case I didn't, this is what it looks like. Gas station. So it doesn't look like the contractor is enabled yet. Nope. So that's unlucky, but as I say, we do need to start working this tank down, and we do have this much silo to sell, and our farm silos are here, so we have enough there, and we do have some liquid fertilizer left over, and we also have some seed, so that'll come in handy, and we have a little bit of bull slurry as well. So all in all, not too bad. And these are quantities of crop we got. So the rye we got 19,000. That was unfertilized, and the wheat we did 2 fields, I believe, of wheat. That came to the slightly smaller, actually, I think, than the field of rye was in, and that was fully fertilized, and we got 24,000 liters. So it's definitely worth fertilizing. That's just the maize, and these are the animal barns then, so you can keep an eye on what our cattle are doing. So everything is okay at the moment. I do believe they got these all working to a degree. They did, so that is handy as well. The animal menu is much the same. I think the field menu is the same. I don't think there's much changed. It now displays surface wetness, so that is It is handy, and as we're in the kind of middle of summer, you wouldn't expect a whole pile of surface wetness there, and there's not. So these were our spring wheat fields, and this was the rye. That doesn't look right, does it? 1.9. Ah, sorry. So I was mistaken on my previous statement there, but not much in it. And I do believe everything else we planted then was maize, so we do have a big maize harvest coming in about a month's time. So we'll have to try and get ready for that. So yeah guys, I think I won't delay it any longer and we'll leave it here, and we'll pick it up on the next one probably when we're fertilizing these 3 fields. As I say, I'd like to try and get the BJ back up and going, so we're turning a few pound. If I show the bank, does it have it? We did take out a loan, so we've that to repay. And this screen, yeah, it doesn't look like it's going that well for us. We're 236,000 in the hole apparently, but for some odd reason we still have 32,000 in the bank despite we had to take out the loan. So we'll see how we go between our selling the bulls and, as I say, our maize harvest. Hopefully we'll be able to turn that around. So with that being said guys, this has been Cat and the Crops. If there's any features that you want to see, again as always, leave them in the comments below guys. I'll do my best to show them off. But for now, we'll try and catch back up on where we were, and we'll get rolling on it again. Thanks very much for watching guys. We'll see you all again. Take care.